Okay, yeah, so hello everyone. Welcome to our Cambria's DAO Experimentation Program DAP Info Session. And I'm Toad from Cambria, and it's my great honor to be your host today. This session will introduce the program's vision, structure, and how you can get involved in building meaningful and community-driven DAOs. The session includes 6 parts: program overview, what you would do and learn, guest talk with voices from partners, panel discussion, community Q&A, and next milestones. Okay, so now please join me to welcome our attendees, Miss Lin Cao, CEO of Cambria, Miss Hoàng Võ, our co-host of panel discussion, Miss Mai Fan, one of our DAO facilitators, and our Cambria team members. Besides that, please also join me to welcome our beloved guest speakers. First, we have Miss Rachmany. She's a leading voice in digital democracy, tokenomics, and blockchain governance. She's the co-founder of Sideways.Earth and works with the Design School for regenerating the Earth. Ms. Rachmany also serves on the Supervisory Council of SingularityNet DAO and co-authored its blueprint for decentralization. She supports DAO through DAOleadership.com with consulting, workshops, and system design. Joining us as well is Mr. Mattia Chiernini. He's the Global Hubs Director at Matter of Trust, overseeing more than 130 centers in over 50 countries to advance circular innovation and ESG impact. As founder of Matter of Trust Chile and CEO of Matter of Trust Latam, he leads projects in hair recycling and environmental regeneration. He is also a social entrepreneur and a poet in progress, exploring memory and place through analog photography. One more time, please join me to welcome all of our guests and community participants. To kickstart the info session, I would like to invite Ms. Lin Cao, CEO of Kambria, to share with us about the program overview.
Thank you, Thư. Let me share my screen. You see my screen now? So, hello everyone. In this presentation, we would like to share an overview about our DAO experimentation program. First, a short introduction about Kambria. So, Kambria is an open innovation platform for deep tech such as AI, robotics, blockchain, AR, VR, IoT, with a mission to shape the future of technology, where technology is open and contributes more to society. We aim to serve the waste and inefficiencies in today's innovation model by democratizing and decentralizing the ownership, development, manufacturing, commercialization, and enforcement of technology. We launched our platform in 2018 and since then have implemented 7 initiatives with the goal to find a sustainable model for open innovation. That journey brought us to the DAO model, where the community can come together to build complete solutions and bring them to life. On our journey, we have chances to collaborate with many partners coming from different sectors. We are open to collaboration with anyone who share the same goals and values with us, and we want to be your trusted partner too. Now, an overview of the DAO Experimentation Program. As you may already know, a DAO stands for Decentralized Autonomous Organization. It's a community using blockchain to facilitate decentralized autonomy. This empowers the community with trust, transparency, and automation, and enable open source solutions to be commercialized by the community. So this DAO Experimentation Program, or we call it DEP, is initiated by Kambria. We invite community to join us to explore how DAOs can solve community challenges, to prototype how global citizens can co-create, and to generate insights into decentralized coordination and community governance. That is our shared quest to answer meaningful questions. Can people from diverse backgrounds use DAO with minimal onboarding? Can decentralized teams coordinate effectively to make a real difference? Do DAOs foster trust, transparency, and a sense of ownership among members? How does DAO participation change perception of blockchain and its possibility? We will launch 4 mini DAOs, each powering a community impact project with $3,000 in crypto funding USDT. Each DAO will consist of up to 50 global participants to make collective decisions, manage funds, and bring ideas to life. Together, we will observe, learn, and evolve in real time. And the 4 DAO projects are Grow Together DAO, aiming to plant 1,000 trees in local community. Notice DAO distribute 1,000 meals to those in need. Connect DAO deliver 500 TCD connection sessions for senior well-being. Reflection DAO gather 100 participant reflection for learning and storytelling. Note that TCD is staple at the DAO, also fostered by Kambria. It is a platform where seniors can not only chat and share, but also explore and practice a wide range of subjects through one-on-one online sessions with young people. In this program, Kambria will offer DAO setup and onboarding, project frameworks, and facilitation. Participants will gain real DAO experience, global networking with chainmakers like you, funding through DAO proposal, token recognition, and future ecosystem role. We are inviting allied organizations such as NGO, DAO community, and student networks to partner with us in this journey, in which Irish partners have shared the program, deliver partner, support local activities, knowledge partners have reflect on what's learned from the program, and DAO ecosystem partners have connect participants with the broader Web3 and DAO community. That's it. Thank you for listening. We would be honored to have your participation in our journey to shape the future of community governance and co-creation. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Miss Lin Cao, for sharing the program overview. And now, let's move to our second part, what you would do and learn. I would like to introduce Miss Huan Võ to share this part with us.
Good evening, everyone, and good morning and good night to our participants from all over the world. My name is Huang, and I'll share with you about what will participants do and learn through our journey. All right, so wait a minute. Let me back to the first slides. All right. So in my presentation, we'll go together to how DEP works, member roles and contribution, how to join the program, our documents and support during the program. So as Ms. Lin Cao has mentioned, in this program, we're going to have 4 DAOs, and we should grow together, nourish, connect, and reflection DAO. So each DAO is assigned with a 3,000 USD fund in crypto USDT, except for reflection DAO, which will have about 1,000 to 2,000 funding. And each DAO will have approximately 50 members, and we expect 20 to 30 for reflection DAO. And the program will run over a 6-month period. We will learn more about the timeline later. So let's talk a little bit about our key principles. First of all, we hope the program to be decentralized decision making. No central authority determines what happens. Members propose and vote on your own. We also help to foster transparent coordinations on actions and funds are recorded and reviewed. And one of the very, very essential thing when we organize DEP is real-world outcomes. So maybe you heard before about DAO. So they're on about like trading and beneficial, but for DEP, we want it to have real impact that can support the communities around us. And we also have the contribution recognition system, which is Kambria token or CAD. And CAD are granted to recognize member contributions as it's not a payment, but as a record of meaningful involvement. Okay, so when you got selected to be DEP member, this will be your very, very exciting journey. So you will be on board and join the DAO. You will receive onboarding materials, set up your wallet, and choose one of the 4 DAOs to participate. Then you will have a very great opportunity to submit or support proposal. So you can propose actions to have fulfill the DAO goal. So for example, you can submit proposal like how you want to plant 1,000 trees or how you want to cook 1,000 meals and who you want to give the meal to, and like how you want to connect the elderly and young people. And then we will come to the voting on proposal. So every member will have equal say, and approved proposals will unlock the microgrants from DAO Fund, as I mentioned before. And then you will jump to execute and contribute. Executors carry out the approved action, and others may support with documentation, coordination, and storytelling. So basically, all members in a DAO will contribute to make the real impact to the society. And then you will need to report and reflect on actions are documented with symbol forms, photos, reflection, or videos. So this will enable accountability and shared learning. And then you will earn recognition by CAD token based on your involvement. And we will also have an opportunity for you to share your experiences and your story. So that's a very exciting members' journeys. And what we expect from our participants, first of all, is your commitment for at least 2 to 4 hours per week during execution phase. Attend regular DAO meetings. This is optional but also encouraged. You need to collaborate respectfully with diverse participants. You can meet participants from different backgrounds, different countries, all over the world. And we hope that everything will be transparent about the process and about the challenges that you may face during the program. And everything should be reflected honestly, whether or not the action is a success. So we are coming to discuss more about the members' roles and contribution, what is very special about DAO model. Let's take a look at the role philosophy. So roles are self-selected or team-assigned through open coordination. And most members will participate in more than one role during the program. For example, you can be the one who propose your idea, and you can also be the one who implement that idea, and you can also be the one who reflect that idea to on the DAO members. So very flexible in the roles. And each is valued as a part of full DAO ecosystem, and contribution is based on action, not title. So you may think that documenter or proposer, we don't really need to emphasize about the title, but what actions and how much effort each participant contribute to the DAO and to our impact. So here we have 7 key roles that we want to mention. First is the proposers. You can submit ideas or initiatives for DAO members to consider, to vote on, and to implement. You can also be an executor, implement and approve action on behalf of the DAO. And of course, you will be a voter to reviews and votes on submitted proposal using equal voting power. And we also need documenter who gonna track and share evidence of completed work and impact. We also need storyteller who gonna reflect on their personal experience, share more insights, story, or emotions from participation. And we also have supporter to have others complete their works or offers peer support whenever your DAO member needs you. And we're gonna have facilitator to coordinate communications and task flow within a DAO. And one more time, I wanna emphasize that members are invited to ship drones throughout the program. This flexible system will encourage our participants to learn more, to have peer support, and to co-ownership for DAO success. So for your contribution, we're going to have CAD recognition. So contributions are rewarded with Kambria token, CAD, I also mentioned before. So based on action, and the goal is to recognize and encourage everyone to participate more in the DAO. So each DAO will begin with a predefined list of action types that suggested CAD values, and DAOs are empowered to propose and to vote to adjust their CAD award structure. So let me take a very easy to understand example, which is Grow Together DAO. So for example, if you submit a proposal and your proposal is accepted, you're gonna earn 15 CAD. If you complete planting the trees and report it correctly, everything, you're gonna have 10 CAD. However, this structures is empowered to be discussed more, depends on each DAO members. Okay, so who can join the program? People may think that we are looking for someone who has a very strong background in technology or who are experts in blockchain, in Web3, but the answer is no. We are looking for participants from all backgrounds, especially those who committed to social impact or community care. Because as you can see, our final goal, our final result is about the impact that we can bring to the communities. And of course, we are looking for someone who is excited to explore new ways of working and organizing. And you are willing to collaborate, to reflect, and to grow together. So you can be a student, a local organizer, you can be a developer, a storyteller, or you can be from NGO or any other type of organization. You are all welcome to contribute to a meaningful journey. All right. So this is our program timeline that you may need to take a look. So we announced that program in May 2025. And so on the second stage was the application and selection. So we are now in the application and selection stage. So you are all welcome to submit your application. And if you have any question, you can ask. And if you have someone in your network that is interested in like creating real impact, you can also spread awards to them. And in September, we're gonna have onboarding on orientation. DAO execution gonna be in October to December. So we're gonna have 2 phases of execution. So in October, we're gonna start real work implementation of each DAO mission. And from November to December, we will deepen the impact and capture all of our learnings. And in January and February, we're gonna have showcase and wrap up. So that is our timeline. And we are now still in the application and selection process. So let me move to the next slide. Yay! I'll give you the guidance. How can you apply to this program? First of all, read the program guide carefully. Yeah, we have published it on our website that will easily access and you can read everything, make sure you understand. And then you will need to complete an application form with your interests, your background, and your referred to DAO because we're going to have 4 DAO. So which one are you interested and which one you want to join? And you can join our info session. So you can attend one of our open Q&A calls in July to learn more and to ask questions directly. Then we'll come to selection and invitation. So if you are selected, you will be notified by August. And then we will have onboarding, of course. So on accepted participants will receive onboarding support, tool setup, and role selection guidance. Very easy, everyone. So let's see which documents and tool we're gonna use. First of all, one of the most important platform, XDAO, will be used to submit and vote on proposal and manage DAO treasury. So you can go to our website, DEP.DAO, and you go to onboarding hub. You will find our very detailed instructions on how to join our DAO space, a walkthrough on how to submit proposals using the same token voting feature, and guidance on how to vote on others' proposal. So XDAO gonna be the main platform that we're gonna interact. And then we have MetaMask. So you need a MetaMask wallet to receive funds if your proposal is approved. And you will also need that to interact with DAO platform. And you will receive CAD, a contribution rewards. And then a tool, I think that is very popular among us, Google Drive. So we use Drive to share photos, trackers, including report submitting form, CAD contribution tracker, folder for uploading photos and documents, and asset will be shared with your provided email. And then we will have Discord. So each DAO has a share space on Kambria Discord. With the category DAO Experimentation Program. And our channel, General Dev, will be for general discussion and dedicated channels per DAO for internal coordination and voice channels for optional sitcoms. All right. So you are welcome to join this link and to join our Discord right now. To catch up with us and to get the latest news about our program. So this is the QR code. I will ask my co-worker to send a link in the box chat so that everyone can easily access to our Discord. All right, so with different needs, we will have different channel for you to contact. For example, if you want to ask about proposal guidance, report questions, or role clarification, peer coordination, you can contact DAO private channel on Discord. So we will encourage the participant, the members in each Discord to support each other before you raise your concern to the facilitators or to the Kambria core team member. You can have the peer support first. And then for general questions, you will have general DAO channel on Discord. For DAO execution coordination and proposal review process, you can message your DAO facilitator directly on Discord. And for program-wide wider issues or urgent technical issues or CAD tracker issues, you can also contact us, Kambria core team, and we will provide a contact form for you to contact for urgent issues. So if you are still concerned, I think that is a very, very great opportunity where everyone can involve, no matter which background, how experienced you are also welcome to create real impacts for the communities that you are serving. So apply now. And the deadline is extended to 15 August. So be hurry and don't miss this opportunity. Thank you so much and hope to see your application soon.
Yeah. Thank you so much for
You're on mute, so we can't hear you.
Okay, thank you so much for letting me know. Okay, yeah. So thank you once again, Hoang, for your sharing. And now we will turn to the next part, guest talk with voices from partners, and let's hear our guests share insightful thoughts and amazing journeys. For the first sharing, we would love to listen to Mr. Mattia Kernini. Yeah, so hello, Mr. Mattia Kernini.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Thank you so much.
Perfectly. Thank you for inviting me in this. Let me go to share my screen. I hope you can see it.
Yeah,
Perfectly.
perfect.
Okay, thank you so much. So I'm really happy to be here. I will um, like explain a little bit how we work in matter of trust and why it makes so much sense to join this. I'm Etienne, the Global Hub Manager on Matter of Trust. Matter of Trust is a public charity that started 26 years ago. And just to give you a little brief of what we do, we recycle human hair and pet fur to do like three lines of different products. We do absorbent that are able to soak up hydrocarbons, PFAS, PFOS, coliforms, heavy metals in water, as the first photo you see. So we work with community to help them clean the rivers, lakes, etc. Then we have another line of work where we transform the human hair into this mats, into this padding mulch to reduce the evaporation. So it's the second one you see. You just cover the roots and that allows to reduce the evaporation by 71%. That means that we're able to reduce the use of water by 50%. And that it's a project where we work with little farmers all around the world to help them face drought. And on the other side, the last product and line we have, it's the fertilizer, where we are able to um, like take out the nutrients from the air and transform it into this fertilizer that help the plants growing and help the soil enhance. So it's the three lines, just to give you a little brief introduction of what we do. But this is the important part. So we have this global community of 134 partners. I think right now every day it's growing, and we are a community that share everything we do, and that is really into the line of Cambria of what is the proposal of this journey. So we are an NGO where we have 134 partners, 52 countries, and everyone is independent and everyone is part of this community. And so just to give you a little explanation of how the model of Matter of Trust work, we're not a franchise. I mean, we are kind of, but the interesting part of this is that it's a living network. So we're part of this community and we really encourage the same proposal as Cambria is promoting, that is everyone is living part of this. Everyone take their own decision, everyone make their own development, and we're just facilitating this to happen. So it's something very incredible of everything that is happening. So when we are talking about our development, we are a lot of people working into the same goals and try to make a change in the world. Um, so our idea is to have this local, this points in the map that are local autonomous hub. Everyone is completely autonomous, but they have this network where they can collaborate, they can meet each other, they can like bring this community and this discover that they are doing and this work that they are putting into this community together to co-create. So that's something amazing that someone in Argentina today is working on a project and then tomorrow is giving back to the community what they've been working on, and someone in South Korea is taking it and transforming with the local knowledge and the local problems of South Korea, and is making some more adjustment, and then it's going back to the community, giving it back, and someone else is taking from Belgium. So that's really amazing how we can collaborate through the frontiers and through the different way we have to understand problems. And another thing we really encourage, I mean, is part of the values we share with our partners, is that we don't have patents. We don't believe in patents, actually. We think that the knowledge should be shared the most as possible. And, um, and that is possible. I mean, we are not an NGO that just think about as an NGO model. Most of our partners is businesses. And we understand that even like a business is able to be part of this model without patents, and they can earn money, they can hire people, and they can have their own like revenue. But in this model, we're no patent and we're sharing with the community. So this is like a change of the of mind that we're really promoting to matter of trust. And one of the main value that we promote is the decision making and taking in this community is not from the headquarters in the US. We're just a facilitator. We really encourage people in the local area to decide about their organization, their little dot in the map, and the global community. So we are we have different mechanisms where the people they really can decide where we are going. And it's amazing because like everyone in this community can really make a global change with all the network they have. So how we do it? So the first step is always to decide which are the rules we are playing. It's really important to define if we are playing I don't know. If we're playing football, as in this case I represent here, we have to decide how many people are playing, what is the field that we are using, how we can take the ball or not, if we can use hands or foot, etc. So this is the first part of the process. We propose some rules and the community decide if the rule applies or not to the place. We're always like willing to change the rules if everyone says tomorrow that I don't know the field is not like the football field and we're playing on another place. That's perfect. It's part of the process of learning and deciding what is the framework where we are based. And then what we do is we share the knowledge and is one of the main important stuff. And how we do this is some of the ways we have. We have manuals, for example, and an amazing part of the manual is that we have like a draft that was like putting together all the information. Actually, we have Matthias that was an intern in the community that was like interviewing different partners to bring it together to have the first draft. So the first draft was just taking all the information together, and then every one of the partners can accede in the manual and can change it. So that's this way to continuously improve. We have a lot of meetings. One are one-to-one if someone is interested in one particular topic. We have meetings like for Europe, one for Africa, one for Americas, etc. Then we're mixing it. So there's a lot of way to share the knowledge. And yeah, that's sharing. Everything we do, we put on the website. We have a website that is made for this, just to share information between the partners and the open community. So this is like the most important stuff for us. When you share, you can grow together and you have access to all the information. So there's always challenges on this. Just like you have local innovation hubs, local people that are developing their own organization inside the network, and they are developing their own like solution for the problem, etc. And then you have like a global organization that have their own global goals. If for in our case to have 300 hubs, to have some line of products, etc. And sometimes you have to understand how to adjust this one, then they can coexist. So how we propose, as always, we don't own the right here, we just propose some solution, and then it's the community that decide if it's the right way or not. But we do have some values that are sharing to the community. So for example, we say the one of the patent. It's really important for people to share this because you're receiving a lot of knowledge. At the same time, we ask you to give it back to the community. So this is, I think, the main rule in our community. But apart of this, we can build different solution and ways. And so we propose like I found these 4 points the most important. So we are open between us, everything we share between us, but we're open with the community too. So uh, sometimes like the global cannot directly accede to the local community, but we have this second step. So um, let's say the operation in Chile that is Matter of Trust Chile have the direct access to the local community where they can be part of this. They can be part of the construction of new solutions. They can be part of construction of new processes. And then Matter of Trust Chile kind of report what the local community in Chile have decided on a problem, on a solution, on a project. So we have these two ways. We have the way directly reaching the community, and we have the way that our partners are the one who reach the community. So all these communities that can be part of the decision process, they really enrich the process. It's uh, it's an amazing way to have like millions of people deciding where their hair is going, what is the priority in the locality. And yeah, so we co-create with the community itself. We ask really the community that is our community where we want to go. And we ask them to ask their community where we want to go. So eventually at the end, we have millions of people deciding where the little bit of air is going to help. And we really encourage the collaboration between the partners. We think that it's an amazing way to grow together. And just to finish a little bit my intervention, let's say that we are a matter of trust, so trust is always a big value um, in this community. You have to trust your partners, and there's a way to scale with trust and not with control. So this is I think a new way and a way we share with Cambria that people can really decide together where to go. And we're just here to facilitate this journey. We don't know exactly what the goal will be, what the results will be, but we're really open to like build it together.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Your insights have been truly interesting and inspiring. Yeah, thanks a lot for your sharing, Mr. Kenny. Yeah, so now let's turn our attention to Miss Crate Rachmany. Yeah, so hello, Miss Crate Rachmany.
Hi, everybody. Thanks,
Yeah.
Mathia.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Great.
So, hey there. I'm going to give a bit of a presentation about, you might be wondering if you're thinking about joining this program, like, what's a DAO? Why might I need DAOs? If I do create a DAO, like, what things should I watch out for and what things can I look forward to? And so my short presentation will cover those topics. Okay, let me see if I can get this to share properly. Share. Okay. Share. And let's see. Okay, hopefully you can see this now. Yes.
Yeah,
good.
perfect. Thank you.
So it's about success and pitfalls, and we have a quote here from Mahatma Gandhi: "Good government is no substitute for self-government." And that's really what DAOs are about. It's about how do we govern ourselves so that the group is making decisions about what it wants. I mean, that's what democracy was supposed to be, right? That people get to decide. So we're going to learn from success and failures of the past and understand what the DAO can and can't do. This is the intention. So here's something about, it looks a little messy, but what can DAOs do today? So they can make votes on different types of decisions. Here's a decision in the Arbitrum DAO. You can see there's a vote for things, there's a vote against things, there's abstain. So you can see, and if you look at this thing, it's called the AIP Remove Cost Cap on Arbitrum Nova. It sounds really boring, which is one of the problems. Like, a lot of DAOs today are deciding on very technical topics that nobody cares about. So your DAO can make decisions. Now, on this particular decision, this can be implemented in code. So when the DAO does it, when you decide yes, it actually happens. And we all know of incidents where people have voted on something. For example, the most famous one probably is Brexit, right? The English people voted for this Brexit thing, and it took 3 years for it to happen. And so the great thing about DAOs is when you implement something like this, you vote yes, the code automatically executes. But again, it's kind of a boring decision. Like, is this really what we care about? This other one here is about an emoji competition. This is using something called Joke Race, and it's like a competition. Which emoji should we use? Now that's fun. We get to vote on our emoji. We get to choose the emoji. It's not really an important decision in our self-governance, but it's fun. Okay, it's fun. And so we do nobody gets angry if the weird cat wins or this dude wins. I don't know what these things are. Anyway, it's emoji competition. And then another thing, this is something like, there's Wonderverse does this, and this other one is, I can't remember what it's named, D-Work. And what they do is they make bounties. So the DAO allows anybody to come and work for them. So it might say, okay, here's the work that needs to be done in our DAO. How do we distribute it? So these are ways you can use DAOs today so that you can understand, what does a DAO do, right? It can vote on technical things. You can have fun contests. And you can distribute work among your people. And you can have, one of the things with D-Work is really great, or Wonderverse, is you can see who's really doing the work over time, and you can give them the awards according to the work that they do. So it's very self-oriented, very fair distribution in some ways. I mean, maybe it's not fair. I mean, maybe crappy people who are just bored do the work rather than the best people. Maybe you have to pay the best people more, but I don't know. But anyway, these are some of the technologies not all of them, but some of the technologies that are already available today, that if you implement a DAO, you can have all kinds of votes, which could be yes, no votes, like I said in this one, or races or contest votes or distribution of bounties. So these are some of the tools that will be available to you today. And so if you join Cambria's program, these might be the types of things they'll teach you how to use. But okay, here's an Arbitrum vote. This is the list of some of the recent votes in the Arbitrum thing. And you can see the votes, like it'll be like, oh wow, 218 million votes and whatever. But that's tokens, right? Actually, if you look closely, there are only 3,485 participants, right? Oh my goodness, this one only had 428 people voting on it. And this is the graph of the unique addresses. So there's 60 million people using this. And in the DAO, you can see again, this is a little bit small, but the voters are between 500 voters and 5,000 voters, when actually they know that there's 60 million addresses. And this is one of the problems with DAOs. You have all these people who hold tokens, but they're not really a part of it. So you have to ask yourself, like, what types of members do we want? Is a token holder really a member? Is that the right way to have voting? For this reason, some DAOs have governance tokens that are separate from the payment tokens. I mean, it's a very interesting situation, right? And so then what do you do? Like, all your token holders are not going to vote. How do you make it work? So, okay, great. What they do is a few things. They'll have a grants round. This is from DEP funding. It's a grant round. And that means that you call people who are qualified to come in and submit their proposals. And, oh, wait a second. Who decides how much money will be distributed? And who decides what the grant will be around? Oh, well, that's a centralized decision by the management. So there's like a DAO, a decentralized decision about what gets funded, but somebody already decided, oh, this is only the category that gets decided. So it's actually a hierarchical system masquerading as a DAO in this case. Now, in this case, the other problem that they had was people would put in, and you saw the voting percentages, right, in the previous slide. So people would put in proposals. I think the round that I participated in, there were more than 200 proposals. And they said, how can anybody decide? So they said, okay, we're going to pay experts. Oh, wow. Now your DAO has to be really rich. These guys were. So now we're going to pay people to review the proposals, and then we'll have expert reviews, and then people can vote after they see the expert reviews. So what happens? They paid experts, and then people voted. Now the voters were, who came to vote? Like, why would you vote for a proposal to give out free money? Well, only if you also are trying to receive free money, or this is your friend and they say, hey, can you come vote? And so what happened was there's only like, I don't remember whether there's 40 or 60, but it's like half of the recommendations of the experts were accepted and half not. In other words, the experts were irrelevant. People just brought their friends in to vote for them because nobody cares. You're giving away money. Like, if I'm a token holder and you've already decided we're going to give away whatever it is, $11,000 in the case of Kambria, like, that's how much it's going to affect your token price. And who gets the money? That's not going to affect your token price. And so most of the token holders don't care, don't vote, and it doesn't really look like democracy. So the next thing people are trying is delegates. That's the second thing. So that's what Arbitrum has. So you can stake your token with a delegate, and that delegate represents you for all of the votes. And as you saw before, it's a really boring vote on, I can't even remember, it was only 3 slides ago. Do you remember what that vote was for? It was for some change in the whatever saw, I don't know what it was. Like, so now you've staked your tokens for somebody to represent you about something that you don't really care about. And what's a delegate? A delegate is a professional politician. I went to a meeting with these guys, and you know how politicians talk like they don't commit to anything? They say blah, blah, blah. And a good friend of mine had written, it's not for SingularityNet, it was for Arbitrum in this case, had gone around during one of the Ethereum meetings and talked to the delegates. And I've got this idea and I want to do this proposal. And people said, oh, it sounds really great. They were really nice because they're politicians. And then he went and he put the proposal in and they voted against it. And he's like, why did you do that? And I was in the meeting, and one of them said, I don't know what they said. They said, blah, 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 the way that politicians say when they don't keep their promises. He was like, oh, well, we had to consider and blah, blah, blah. It was amazing. And these men they were men who were node operators, like technical geeks, had become politicians. Like overnight, as soon as they were voted in, they started to talk like politicians. It was like there was a brain change from being a technical person to being a politician. It was fascinating. So that's another problem that DAOs have, is that when you have delegates, very rapidly, I did not know how fast this could happen, but very rapidly, people talk like politicians. Very, very funny. Anyway, so that's some of the problems. Another problem that you might have is unpaid work. So if I have to spend a lot of time, like my friend did, go to a conference, talk to the delegates, get people to vote for me, get people to like me, that work is unpaid. You only get paid after your proposal's approved. And this is something that most DAOs have not made uh, any kind of progress in. And the other one is just gig work in general. Already, when you're doing gig work, if you take a bounty, you have to do some work, whatever, but you have no pension, you have no nothing. And we had a situation in the DAO that I was elected on a council, and there were three of us, and one of the three of us on the council experienced health problems during that time. And we had to decide, do we keep paying him during this time? And we talked to him, and he had no other health insurance because he was a DAO guy. And we decided that we were going to continue his salary during the time that he was ill. But most DAOs would never do such a thing. There's no health insurance, there's no pension funds, there's no pregnancy leave. And so DAOs suffer from these problems that all of the gig working economy is suffering from. There's a lot of potential, as you can imagine, all kinds of things that you as a person might be interested in improving for DAOs. How do we make proposals together instead of just voting? What if we made a proposal that everybody approved of? You didn't even need to vote on it because we all loved it. Using LLMs for signaling. This is from a tool called Polis, where you can see what are the different opinions that are held by people. And so you can make decisions based on sentiment analysis. And knowing who your experts are, like I was showing you with D work, it's one way of understanding who's doing the work, but it's different to understand who the experts are. So there's a lot of tools that could be developed for DAOs. And hopefully, if you're here to create history and to create the future that you want. And so thank you very much. And this is DAO Leadership, and you can reach out to me. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for your sharing, Miss Rachmany. Your perspective is enlightening and motivating. Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, one more time, thank you all for your amazing sharing. Your meaningful journeys, thoughtful insights, and inspiring stories brought so much energy, motivation, and new perspectives to everyone listening. Yeah, so before we begin the panel discussion, we would like to inform all participants that if you have any questions, please send them to us in the chat box. We will note them and share the answers with the community via Discord channel later. Now, it's time for the panel discussion, where we will explore sharing related to challenges, lessons, and DAO potential with our two speakers. I'm very happy to be co-hosting this session with Ms. Huan Va. I'll begin with a few questions and then Huan will continue. Okay, so let's start with Ms. Grace Rachmany. So, from your experience advising and mentoring DAO initiatives, what opportunities and challenges do DAOs typically encounter in their early stages of development?
One of the big problems is who joins, and again, funding. Like, how do I pay those first people who join? And then it's a question of how do I distribute power responsibly over time? You don't want to immediately give everybody who jumps on board power to vote or power to propose, but you also don't want to create a barrier to entry, because let's say somebody who joins, let's say I join, right? I'm already an expert, but so you might want to give me like more opportunity to propose than somebody who joined who's not an expert. But then that feels unfair. It's like, oh, are we favoring Grace over some other person who's actually an enthusiast or actually local? So you're really going to deal with a lot of questions of power. That's what DAO is about. It's about distributed power. And I think one of the most important things is to have open conversations about who has the power, who signs on the treasury, who's writing the documents even. If you write the meeting summary, you write, this person took an action item, right? And so talking in an open way about the power is really important at those beginning stages.
Okay, yeah, thank you so much for that sharing, Miss Rachmany. That brings us a clearer sense of what it takes, like maybe from moving from the intention to real world coordination as well, right? Okay, thank you so much.
So now let's shift over to Mr. Mattia, who has a very strong background in environmental innovation and community work. So I want to ask you, like, what excites you the most about joining the DEP program, and how do you envision your environmental work evolving through decentralized experimentation?
Yeah, I think this is a new world where we are kind of getting into. Um, you have seen we have different ways to encourage people to be part of this, but some of the problem in this, it's really difficult even for us to like the same we were talking 2 minutes ago, like giving how much power to one person or one group, or how to count these numbers. Like 2 years ago, we were probably 30 groups. We're more than 134 at the moment. We have like 700 people working on this. So when you are growing, in impact and you're growing in community, it's difficult to like understand all the people who want to contribute. So here with technology, we have this big chance, and we have to use it. So I think there's a big improvement there where NGOs, public charities also have a space to learn something new. And like um, I was in Draper University a few years ago. That is one of the big like crypto web free like our VC in San Francisco, and I didn't really realize before Cambria went out that we can use this to improve our way to make the community be part of what we do in environmental and social activities. So I think that is the perfect mix and the perfect place to use technology to improve the way we can build this um, this community that are driven by a purpose.
Yeah, thank you for your sharing. I totally agree with you that the world is changing so fast, and no one can predict like where will we be in the next maybe 1 or 2 years. So we have the technology, we have a very big opportunity, and our duties is to learn and to create like how we use the technology effectively so that we can bring the real impact to our societies. Thank you for your sharing.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Yeah, so we have a note for the accessibility. Many people are excited by DAO principles, right? But not everyone is fluent in Web3. So I would love to ask Miss Rachmany. Yeah, the question here is that how can DAO design be more inclusive for people who are not tech savvy or Web3 native?
I mean, it's a funny question, right? Like, how can we do that? I think that there's some reasons why Web3 is exclusive. I mean, we've been around 10 years. We could have made tools that are easier to use. It just is. And part of it is the trade-off between privacy and control. and convenience. So right now it's very convenient to use Google, but they steal all of your data. It's convenient to use a bank, but if your country has hyperinflation, the government will steal all your money. So if you carry a wallet around in your pocket with cash in it, there's some danger associated. There's some complication associated with it. You have to have pieces of money and get change. And it's like, oh, it's so messy compared to tap, tap, tap. It's the same with Web3. If you really want to be the master of your financial future and you want to carry your own keys so your government can never have access to it and so that companies aren't stealing your data, there's a cost associated. You have to learn something. If you want to bow down to the god of convenience and have everything convenient, that's fine, but then somebody else owns your data, somebody else has control of your finance. If you want to take decisions into your own hand and have a democracy that you believe in, it's work. Freedom is not free.
Yeah, I see. So somehow we also need to believe in what we're doing, right? And yeah, we need to have well prepared for every single thing. Yeah, thank you so much for insightful sharing. Okay.
So continuing from that, we would love to ask Mr. Matiar. So if you could give one message to new DAO participants or DAO curious change makers, what would it be?
I think that the moment to change the way we're doing stuff, it's today. So really encourage people to come on, come on this and start understanding this new way we propose to do stuff. It's something we're building together. So now it's not. Um, Come on a ship that is already built. We, the idea on this is we're building together the ship we are sailing with. So you have an opportunity now to be part of the change and decide the rules where we're playing with. So I think it's the best moment to start for this. And here we're trying to facilitate, but you have the power to decide where we are going. So this is the right moment to join this, and I hope you decide to be part of this journey together.
Yeah, we have the power to decide where are we going. That's a very insightful and very inspiring message. And everyone joining or watching this info section later, I hope that you get that message and you will not miss this opportunity to join our DAO.
Yeah, so thank you again. Thank you so much, Miss Rachmany and Mr. Mate Kiranini, for generously sharing your thoughts with us. And big thanks to you as well, Huan, for co-hosting this meaningful conversation with me. We hope these reflections offer something real and relatable for everyone here, whether you are already part of the DAO space or just beginning to explore what it could mean in your work. Yeah, so now we will move to the community Q&A. While introducing this event to the community, we received some interesting questions. And right now, we've noted some key questions here. I would like to invite Miss Mai Fan from the Kambria team to provide the answers for these questions. Let's start with the first one, which is, what kind of career growth opportunities can I expect from this?
Okay, thanks for your question. That is not a job or internship program. It offers a real-world experience and visibility that can support your personal and professional growth in several ways. So here are some examples I would like to share with you guys. Um, the first is hands-on dev experience. So you would gain practical skills in decentralized governance, proposal writing, budgeting, collaboration, and decision making. They are valuable in the growth Web3 and innovation ecosystem. So the second thing is about a project-based portfolio. By contributing to real community impact initiatives like planning tree, organizing events, storytelling, their operations, you will build a public record of your work, um, and which can be showcased on your LinkedIn, CV, or future applications. So the third thing is recognition through CAT tokens. Your participant is tracked through the CAT tokens, which reflects your role and contribution. In the future, there are open innovation ecosystem. This on-chain reputation could open doors to other roles or opportunities. The fourth is about access to a global network. You will work alongside peers, mentors, and organizations from across the world. Many past participants have gone on to co-create new initiatives, get invited to panel research projects, or explore their related careers. The last is eligibility for future Cambria roles. Active contributor may be considered for future facilitator. DAO governance project roles in upcoming Cambria program. So in summary, that can have you grow as a collaborator, change maker, and DAO native leader with portfolio that's public, transparent, and meaningful.
Yeah, thank you for sharing with us your answers for the first one. Yeah, one more interesting question. That can DAO be used for self-help apps, which provide AI as buddies and help people be better versions of themselves?
All right. Yes, absolutely. A DAO can support a project like AI powered self-help apps, especially those focused on collective well-being, peer support, and continuous growth. Here, how a DAO could have in your example. Um, I would like to share with you guys. The first is community-driven design. Instead of one company designing how AI body works, the DAO members, like users, advisors, or contributors, could vote on which features to prioritize with emotional check-ins, journaling, or productivity support. The second is share ownership. So people who contribute to training, improving, promoting the app, such as sharing feedback, design prompts, or translating content, can earn tokens and take part in its governance. The third is transparency and trust. That tool can track decisions, data, practice, and updates, um, helping build trust, especially for tools that deal with mental health or personal development. And the last is open innovation. A DAO could fund and test different self-help tools, including AI buddies, reflection apps, or habit tracking experiment with share learning across the community. So, in fact, within Canberra DAOs, we introducing the Tech Power Elderly Care DAO, which explore the how AI can support elder well-being, and including AI companionship features, activity suggestion, and emotional support. And this so how DAO model can guide the co-creation of AI apps for care, empathy, and everyday life. Thank you for your question.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Mai, for sharing insightful answers. Now, we would like to share with you our next milestones. So, the milestones for our journey include for this year, the application deadline is August 15th. And for upcoming phases, also this year, we have onboarding and DAO setup will be in September. And the next phase is about DAO execution will be in October to December. And for the next year, in 2026, we will have the phase of showcasing and also sharing the next steps from January to February. Yeah, and you also can read more details in our section of the program timeline. And yeah, maybe our team will share with you the link in the chat box. Thank you. And yeah, so once again, our heartfelt thanks to all our esteemed guests and participants for being with us today. Your presence, stories, and insights made this session truly meaningful and inspiring. We're so grateful you chose to spend your time with us. We look forward to meaningful collaborations ahead, and we're excited to walk alongside you on this journey toward creating meaningful impacts. Please stay connected with us on the Cambria Discord channel to continue the conversation and get the latest updates. If you have any questions or thoughts to share, please don't hesitate to reach out. We would love to hear from you. We hope you enjoyed this session and left with new ideas, inspiration, and connections. Until next time, have a wonderful day or a wonderful night. And thank you once again. Yeah, and now goodbye and take care. Yeah, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Yeah, thank you so much. Have a good day or good night. Goodbye.